Take.
Yeah. So anyway, I saw him wearing the exact same like getup he was wearing when he was opening for Mark Maron. Yeah, the like really, really short shorts. And doing that. Get that out of the way. You know, people are going to hear that. Fuck
of course.
it.
Why not?
But, and he did the same routine, and I go, well, what he told us at that show was he just got here from, what was it, Fort Collins, a barbecue, so that's why he was dressed that way. No, it was planned shtick.
It's a lot of fakeness. It's like, it was a lie.
But I was just like, that's cool, though, whatever.
Hey, no,
hey,
man.
If you have enough great bits based off of an outfit, fucking wear it.
Oh, and he wrote a good enough book to open for Mark Maron.
That's
you know
fair.
what I mean? Like that, and to be on Mark Maron's podcast.
Yeah.
That's
What's he doing on this Will Smith show?
I don't know. I think it's like a stand-up show. It's like a bunch of comics and stuff. But he was on the like cover when I saw it on the Roku being advertised. I was like, is that Will Smith? Is that Sam Talent?
Here's the thing:
or
is
Talent? Is it Talent?
Yeah.
Okay, Sam Talent.
Yeah, because
it's one of those names.
It's one of those names that I've heard people say Talent, and I'm like, no, it's I don't. That's that. I think people a lot of times will see last names and put a little bit too much zhuzh on it.
Yeah,
I mean,
put
like
an accent mark or something.
Yeah, like what I was doing for years, and so were so many people, was saying Zendaya. Put more sauce on it than it needed. It's just Zendaya, dude.
Zendaya.
It's a flat.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
There we go. Like that. Zendaya.
Yeah.
Is that?
Thinking of that, I watched both of those, or at least the first two videos on cinematography you sent me yesterday, or the group message.
I sent videos about cinematography.
Or it must have been Jake then. It was in the group message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Jake sent those.
Well, it's just because you guys have the same fucking initials.
Yeah, Jay.
Let me tell you, the fact that you, Jake, and Joey, I'll start with J's.
The 3 J's, J cubed.
Yeah,
that's
it's,
right.
It throws things up.
J, little J.
Yeah. Like, call me Sammy and the 3 J's.
Uh-huh.
That's gonna be our jazz band.
That'd be fun,
dude.
There we go. Who plays what?
I'm gonna play the fucking trumpet, bro.
Okay, what does Joe play?
Stand up bass.
Oh, damn it!
Yep, you don't get that.
What?
You
That's
get
the
keys.
one thing
You
I
get
know.
the keys, dude.
Okay,
You get the keys.
I'll tickle the ivories.
You get the keys, and Jake gets the drums, baby.
Nice. Okay. Jabeta boy on the drums getting dumb.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Makes a lot of sense. No, I get it.
See?
I get it.
I mean, I got our quartet down.
I'll play piano. No,
I'm
you
down.
gotta play flute, like Ron Burgundy.
No.
You know, play jazz flute.
Jazz oboe.
Oh man,
there you go.
That's like that.
Yeah. Figured it out about murder. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. I got it.
I like scat as an art form.
Yeah, it's a good vocal and face warm up. You know.
What's up? What's happening?
I did the thing.
You did wrong.
That's
you
right.
did wrong. But that was a great transition.
I know.
That was good timing.
I know. I'm getting it down.
Dude, you're getting the boards down. But we
basic.
gotta spend some time and actually assign the buttons to your personal preference.
Yeah, I gotta send you. I gotta say, I got like 2 or 3 I thought of. So
no doubt.
Well, it'll be a slow accumulation, but that's what the show is. It grows slowly. It's like an old tree.
They're fine wine.
Yeah. In 10 years, you're gonna be like, oh my god, the tree's gigantic, and it'll be like, oh, it's because it's been sitting there forever. You know. Just like a redwood.
Yeah.
Redwood out of Northern California.
Exactly. No doubt.
That's right.
No
That's
doubt,
a reference
definitely. I'm trying to remember how many episodes it is to our third year. So 52
Maybe-ish.
times 3, so 156.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting close. We got about like 10 more weeks.
Yeah.
You know, May 9th is the official birthday.
There we go. Jeez.
Yeah.
What do you know?
But we're still in the hundreds, dude.
We are. Been through a
Got some
lot.
of these people in the thous.
Yeah.
You got some people in the 600s, you know?
Yeah, we could. I mean, what's interesting is we can definitely go back and look through our entire experience of COVID if we want to.
100%.
Yeah, we could go and just relive where our minds were at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is strange.
But this is cool. This is like our own voice diaries, dude.
True.
Think about it. Our kids could just listen to this and just be like, wow, from 24 on, that's how our dads were.
This is going to be like our Chernobyl, like Jared Harris does the tapes, right?
Yeah.
Recording what happened at Chernobyl.
And then we're going to hang ourselves with the same news.
Well, I was going to say we were just going to have a
we're going to cause a nuclear disaster with DMT.
That
at
is
the time.
true.
I mean,
Well,
that is the
Dwayne
final
the Nuke
plan.
Johnson's coming.
That is the
behind,
final plan.
Mm-hmm. It's all a matter of time.
I mean, yeah.
Just wait till Black Adam comes out. All the messages.
Subliminal as fuck.
Oh, shit.
That's what we do. That's what we do around here, dog.
How you doing, bro?
I'm okay. I mean, I still got this fucking cold driving me nuts.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude.
You acted with a cold?
Fuck yeah, I did. I acted without a voice, dude.
That's true.
Powered
you did.
through that.
That's right. You talked your brains off a week ago.
Yeah.
A week ago, it was 2 inches of snow, and you were just talking. I love it.
Like 5 fucking hours, man.
Well, you were entertaining.
But it was a great goddamn episode having Riley and Juan, young creators, on. That was a great episode. Go
check out everything they do.
Yeah, they're dope.
100%.
Yeah, so I had the cold before I lost my voice, and I lost my voice, and that was annoying. It was just damn annoying, because I've only lost my voice a couple of times. But, dude, I'm loud. Like, we have me on my mic here tuned lower than you, because my natural speaking voice is just loud. So it's like, it's not like my vocal cords are weak by any stretch of the matter, but they're, it's as Gimli says, they're natural sprinters.
Welcome to the dance floor, boys.
They're the dwarves of vocal cords.
That's right.
You know, they're power lifters, not endurance.
Sure. Hey, but you brought it. You know, brought the heat.
But I mean, we've done this podcast, but we usually go like 3 hours at maximum.
Oh, yeah.
That week we went I did, driving the to and from, picking them up, and dropping them off. It was like an hour extra. So, and then we were hanging out and smoking. So that was like 5 hours of just straight talking, dude.
Talk, man.
And then the next day we had to go and shoot sketches.
That's right.
Yeah,
We got it done.
Had some fun. Made some movies.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Coming your way. Check out the Color Plaid on Instagram, YouTube, all the places.
All the places.
All
TikTok.
the places. TikTok, of course.
TikTok.
Can't forget
the talk.
The talk.
Nah.
Yeah. Talk clock.
Talk clock. The rock clock.
Yeah. We can't do another time heist, man. We can't do
Dude.
Dude,
time crimes.
We can't go down that path.
Time crimes are a serious thing, Jack. Let's get into time crimes. I hate that. When you're just out there with a concept, you're like, fuck!
Yeah,
we should have just cleared the scene and just gone with something completely different. Never referencing time crime ever again.
I know, but we got stuck.
We stuck.
We entrenched ourselves.
But that is improv, baby.
That's right. That's what you do sometimes. That's the thing, is improv can either make you feel like on top of the world and like you can literally do anything that comes your way if it's imaginary and it's coming to you on the fly, right? Or it can make you feel like the dumbest motherfucker that's ever lived. Yes. You know what I mean? Like it is. Oh man, sometimes like when you. So a lot of people, like in improv, they say, you know, play in the silence, right? Like experience that. If you're confident in the silence, then the show's going to go well no matter what, which is true. But sometimes you come out with a joke expecting a big laugh and you get nothing. And then that is like the first stumble. And then you try to save yourself, but you're operating off the idea that, oh shit, these people might not think I'm funny. And then you hit with another bit of silence.
Fuck.
And then you're like, oh God, I'm doing made up theater for these people and I suck at theater. I can't wait. Oh God. Oh no. And it's like, it's an intense experience, but it's fun. I recommend everybody try it.
Well, it's funny because like you're the only one who's actually been trained in improv.
I was going to say, that's why classes are nice. Like when I was doing classes all the time, it was perfect because I could get a lot of that, you know, crazy abstract, like, you know, think on the fly, go. I get that out in class, you know, and in a safe space where, you know, scene can die and there's no consequences, right? And then you take that to the stage, and if you have practice, it's like we only get to do it once every 2 months right now, you know? So it's like, you know, and we need to find more stage time for sure in order to get better, you know, that's the case. But also when you're out of practice, like when I was super in practice, I could usually go out and be like, I think this show's going to go, I'm going to get something out of this show every time, right? Yeah. But if you've, one, taken 2 years off because of COVID, and then two, you come out and it's okay, it's been a little while. First show went super well. Okay, we're good. And then we come out that night, get a little too high, and then we're all of a sudden like,
what rhymes with time?
And we had also just done a podcast.
Maybe we
two.
Did. Yeah, we did. That was a back-to-backer that day.
That's called overtraining of the mind.
That's just called using too much.
That's right. That's right.
It's going over the top, baby.
Well, it's using too much and then dumping a bucket of water on yourself with the weed, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Oh no, you know, you're just all the fire you had, all the creative energy is just
yeah. You're just deflated.
That's why it's good for writing, because that's a solo, quiet, again, freedom kind of place, right? That's where you can just make up whatever and there's no consequences. But yeah, improv, no. In front of a live audience on a Friday night, there are consequences. But we figured it out. We got it back on track. And then the next show, and then the next show we came out, we fucked up.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
That time.
That's what we do.
And we rewarded ourselves. That's exactly what we did.
That's right. It's all about finding that balance.
All about that balance.
That's right.
You know, like the balance of massive amounts of caffeine and massive amounts of THC before you go to the gym.
Perfectly balanced.
As all things should be.
That's right. That's that Thanos regimen.
Dude.
That's what's in that little double knife. That's what fucking Gamora stabbed herself with, was a hit of caffeine.
Yeah.
And then she was going to go for the weed, but then it turned to bubbles.
No, but when she stabbed the imaginary Thanos, it was with the weed side. It was
Yes,
a heavy indica.
yes.
That's why he went down so quick.
Yes, that's right. That's right. He was out for the count. Good
You're
stuff.
down, dude.
Down.
You're down.
Going down.
Going down.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Yeah.
You had me write a note earlier this week. Sam has tinnitus.
Yeah. Okay,
Or
dude.
last week.
Yeah, because I do. Like, and I noticed it, and I've had it for like probably since high school.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where if you don't notice it, you're fine. But when you notice it, you can't not notice it ever again.
What is tinnitus?
It's just having the like ringing or hissing in your ears constantly. You know, it's hearing damage. But you know, I'm like Baby Driver now, dude. I can't just sit in silence. It's so fucking loud.
That's crazy.
You know,
So no meditation for you.
yeah, and trying to sleep without anything on. That's what I was thinking. Like in high school and shit. It's probably from concussions. If I'm being honest,
that would
concussions
make
and loud music.
yeah.
But and then add 6 years, almost 7 years of heavy machinery work. You know, and then working in a place where it's very loud every weekend, and then listening to just loud shit in my own private time.
Yep.
You know, it's just all there. And I wonder if there are just so many other people with tinnitus who don't know they have tinnitus until you try and sit in silence, and then you notice.
You're like, oh.
Ah!
So like the Sammy dial's cranked up to 9, you know? Or like mine might be at like 5 or 6, right? You know.
I wouldn't say it's like that loud,
Okay.
but it's very noticeable.
Sure.
And how I noticed it was like, I got home after work and after a couple of my shift drinks, and it was just like I was scrolling through trying to find something to watch, and it was just fucking loud, man, just like ringing in my ears. So I Google, like, can the like alcohol give you tinnitus? Because I know that's what that is. It's like, you know, when a bomb goes off or when you shoot a gun and you just have that ringing in your ear. That's like a touch of tinnitus, but it's not all the time.
Yeah.
You know? Like Archer has it.
You're recalibrating, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think there's like a reverse psychology kind of idea here where if I like screamed in your ear with a megaphone and just like really, we tried to like
Here's the thing.
reverse
I
it.
don't know if it'd ring all that louder because it's already ringing constantly.
No, not like all the time. Just one good like
No,
shock.
but I mean like, yeah, to get it like, you know, a shock going.
Shake your brain if you want. Yeah.
No, I don't think anything would happen
Oh.
because it's just going all the time.
Can we try it?
Please don't. I if I'm gonna have that like you know where the sound goes away and then you just only have the ringing. I'm gonna doing something fun, blowing something up, shooting something.
Sure.
You know, it's got to be like worth it.
Right.
You know,
We'll make it like a video for the podcast.
totes.
The last thing Sam hears. And then
I'm just gonna go deaf. I'm gonna be Beethoven, dude.
I don't know. We'll shoot like
I'm gonna have no idea what sound design is for any movies we do. I just have to trust you. And then, like I could be watching something we like shot like a really poignant scene, like very emotional, and I'm just like reading it, like you know, reading their lips. I can't hear anymore.
Right.
I see subtitles or something like that, and then I go, "That was perfect." And then you get the voice, and it's like, "I love you so much." That's what you did. You signed off on that, and you do that as a prank, and you're just like, I think it's hilarious because Sam can't hear, but it's ruining your career. It's ruining both of our careers by you fucking with the sound design because I can't hear.
We just got to try it.
Look at this. So I tell that to my dad because I had to refill one of my tires, and you know, when you're letting the air out of the air compressor, filling up the air compressor, it's super fucking loud, and then letting it out, it's like really sharp hiss, you know, of air.
Right.
And I was like covering up one of my ears, and I tell him, "Oh man, I think I got tinnitus," and he goes, "Oh yeah, no, I mean, I think everybody has that," and it's like you can't really do anything about it, and I'm like, I don't think that's accurate. Are you an ear, nose, and throat doctor, dog?
Yeah, I think I have tinnitus. Nah.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You know, ears are breaking. Welcome to the club.
Now, no wonder you can't hear, man.
Yeah, I know. Every old person can't hear anymore. It's crazy.
It's getting worse.
It's wild. Yeah,
It's getting worse. Where I'm talking at this volume, and he has to come. Yeah, exactly.
What'd you say?
Exactly.
I missed it.
Yeah, I'm catching him quicker.
Yeah,
catching him quicker.
You good?
I thought you were pretending to be him, not be a dick.
No.
But here's the thing: is like, okay,
well,
go get your ears checked out. Well, I don't know how to find a doctor on my new insurance.
Yeah.
I had one, and she was great, but she's not on my insurance. God damn it! Now I got to find somebody new.
It's tough. Yeah, the whole insurance thing. I mean, that's what I've been doing kind of all day in between clients is trying to call goddamn dental insurance because I think I have coverage with this one company, but they haven't charged me for anything. But I'm getting charged more from another company for it that I don't think I signed up for. I'm very confused, and the hold times are ridiculous. And if you miss their calls, you're fucked. Yeah. You got to wait again. You got to do it all over. It's crazy, and it's very annoying. And I know you need it, but I hate it. Yeah. But I think that's true with everybody. I don't think I'm the first person to think this.
No, I think it's just all part of the runaround, man.
Mm-hmm. I have good
the
teeth.
Rat race.
I got great teeth. I don't need dental insurance. I take pristine care of my teeth.
You do almost obsessive care of your teeth.
You could say that. I
one
would
of your
agree.
biggest fears is bad breath.
It's true.
Which,
true.
Yikes!
It might be bad
Did
right
you
now.
eat a butthole full of onions today?
Onion full of buttholes.
Oh, even better.
That's right. Like the O's, like the little macaronis or whatever.
Yeah. Speaking of buttholes, dude, I got beef with mine.
Yeah? You've been eating too much beef?
No, man. It's just been driving me nuts because I'll like, it mostly happens at work, but it's like, you get the signal and it's like, got to dump. And you go to the bathroom and it's just like maybe a little bit of farts, little tiny somethings.
Sure.
And nothing. And it's like a phantom poop. And then like you go back to doing what you're doing. And then all of a sudden it's like, level 9, you got to run diarrhea. And it's like, that's been happening to me way too frequently lately.
You were like the Ents, releasing the river. That's what that first, phantom poop was pulling down the dam. And then all of a sudden, release the river. It's coming down. It's coming down quick.
Yeah,
and then you got to go.
It's been happening way too frequently.
How many times does this happen?
I mean, every other day at the least.
Wow. What are you eating?
Not a lot.
Well,
I'm mostly drinking water.
Sure, that's okay. That's good, though. I mean, so you're just drinking water and you're not eating very much.
Yeah, I'll eat like once a day, and it's usually bar food.
Okay.
I'll get like something filling, like a big-ass burrito.
So basically, you are, doing a great job hydrating your body, keeping the machine moving, right? All that good stuff. But you don't have very many nutrients through the day to expect, and that's the thing is like.
Well, here's the thing. I consider this just to be a body betrayal.
Well, then you put the bar food in, which is notoriously, let's say bubble guts, if you will. Every time I eat bar food, I have a weird day the next day. You know what I mean? So it's basically that is what your body is consuming, and your body is moving efficiently with this water. I mean, it is like top-notch machine, so it gets all the nutrients that you have put in there from the bar food, though it doesn't know what to do with those nutrients. So it says...
I usually get a burrito. That's got good stuff. It's got veggies. It's got rice.
It's got a lot of beans,
It's got green. I don't put beans on it.
Oh,
I have them switch the beans for rice because I hate beans.
Rice still, I'll make you poop. And that's that's healthy. That's good. Probably got a little bit of salsa or like, chili.
Go to Gallo.
Chili on it.
Green
like
chili,
that? Yeah.
cheese. You got the dairies. You got the guac. You got the sour cream. You got all the good stuff there,
love it.
man.
No, it's good. I would just say, eat a bowl of cereal or something later in the day. Get some.
I just started eating cereal again.
There we go.
I haven't eaten cereal in so fucking long, and then I was in the store the other day. Dude, this is just gonna be my like health and hygiene episode. Because get this, did you know that if you shave your head, you still gotta use shampoo?
Really?
I didn't know this.
Why?
Because dandruff, dog. You know, your head is so much more exposed to shit, and then like hats and sweat and like the sun and all that.
So you got flakes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
what happened was I let my hair go for a little while, just grow out a little bit longer than usual, and then I shaved it one day, and it was like coming off, like peeling like a snake, man. It was bad. Bad.
Yeah.
But that's why I was at King Soopers, because I looked into it and it's like, you got to have anti-dandruff shampoo. And I'm like, fuck, I thought I got over this because I had dandruff in middle school, but that's because I refused to take care of myself at all.
Sure.
You know, the greasiest hair.
Yeah.
The worst.
That's, yeah.
And it was long too. Like, I abused my hair. I deserved to lose this.
Sure.
But also, I don't think I deserved to have fucking shampoo and all this shit going on. And so I got shampoo.
Just
and
like
then
the
I got,
rest of us?
yeah, just like the rest of you fucking
Yeah.
people. You fucking
We're all
hair
people. We're all people, you know?
Yeah.
You should shampoo your beard.
I do.
Nice. Rock on.
Yeah,
See,
I
you've
have
already
beard
got it.
wash.
Oh, sure. Okay, so
Yeah.
just beard wash.
It's a beard wash, and then I put beard oil on it. It's not very flaky.
I see.
You don't get beard druff.
Yeah.
You don't get the beard druff
Mm-hmm.
going. But the head thing, I was just like, I'm done. I don't need to worry about it. I shave my freaking dome now.
Mm-hmm.
No. And so I had to get that, and I had to get body oil to put on it. And it is shiny.
Yeah.
You know? But it also feels better. And guess what? First time using it, flakes gone.
There we go. See?
But also, it was like, that's one of those things you don't think about. Is like, oh yeah, you don't have hair, you don't do shampoo no more.
Right. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Anytime, like I got my hair cut yesterday, and this morning in my shower, I was used to
Jack,
shampooing
I'd
long
love
hair.
to hear you, but the ringing in my ears
There it
is
is.
just.
There it is.
What?
What?
Huh? Did you say something?
So, what else are you doing to take care of yourself or not take care of yourself?
Oh, that was kind of it.
Oh,
But also, I was waiting for you to finish your story after I was being a dick.
Oh no, it's not an impressive story. I just got a bunch of shampoo in my eyes. That's really the punchline of it all. Yeah.
No, but this whole
what I
diarrhea
used to.
thing.
Yeah.
Back to that. It's a body betrayal.
Let's fix your
And
body.
I'm writing a whole bit about body betrayals because there are a lot of body betrayals, dude.
Yeah.
Poking yourself in the eye,
Yeah.
biting your tongue,
Oh yeah, I hate that.
choking on your spit,
Mm-hmm.
stubbing your toe.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But that one's kind of like incidental. You know,
yeah, you know,
you need the world.
that's
to
a
do
spatial
that.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be walking.
But it's also awareness, body awareness.
Yeah.
You know, your mind should be aware that there's a goddamn corner in front of your foot. But you know, sometimes
Body
it doesn't
making you
happen.
think you got to poop when you got to fart, and then all of a sudden, what's up, diarrhea?
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna love
Release
this
the river.
episode.
Yeah, I know. It's taken.
It's a
taken some
bodily
turns.
episode.
Hey, you know, if they stick with it, then they're real fans.
They
you
are.
know?
They're the OGs.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shut up.
What about you, dude?
Trying to see. Oh man, have you ever heard of the Pitt State Gorillas? This is not going to be a long tangent, but I need to talk about
Pitt,
this.
like Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Pittsburgh State Gorillas. I should have gone there. It's a real thing. Pittsburgh State Gorillas. You can
Jack,
look it
but you
up.
did like no research. You got
No.
your first choice, and your first choice was the school your mom worked at.
Exactly. Yeah,
So it was
worked
like
out.
easy for you. Bam.
It
So I
worked
don't
out.
think you really did much school shopping.
But I
like,
should have
what
gone.
were some schools that you went looking for?
Oh, I pretty much only did the Colorado schools.
Really?
Yeah, the UNC, CSU, CU, DU, and CU Denver.
Didn't even look into Minnesota?
Nah.
Nah.
No, well, I mean, I was just like, you know, in-state tuition, that's nice, you know. And DU,
that's fair.
And DU, again, my mom worked there, so I was like, yeah, if I can go to DU for that.
Speaking of
yes.
Minnesota, I got to show you something. It's very cool. It's very cool, Jack.
In Minnesota?
It's from Minnesota.
Okay.
I think it's just University of Minnesota. I don't know. His singlet only had an M. It was from wrestling. So at the bar on Saturday, I believe, I was watching the NCAA wrestling championship,
Oh, nice. Okay.
national championship.
Not March Madness.
No,
not
they were
getting
playing
into the
wrestling.
madness.
Well, it's because it's a national championship, dude.
Sure.
I mean, March
Makes
Madness, like, it's the tournament's still going. If it was like Final Four, then like, fuck wrestling. But they had the time. They're just like, well, this is very important
Sure,
still.
sure.
You know, let me see. This guy. So I only really got to catch one match, and it was the final match, heavyweights. And heavyweights in high school wrestling it was really whoever fell first lost, because they were very big boys.
Yeah.
big boys and not in shape. Well, there's this guy, gold medalist, Gable Stevenson, out of Minnesota. And he tweeted, like they flashed the tweet during the match. He was up against a guy from ASU. You don't need to remember his name because
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's Gable Stevenson time.
That's right.
But he flashed up a tweet that he's like, "This is my last match. I'm gonna leave my shoes on the mat, everything like that." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So this is the big time. Let's see how this guy does. And I mean, like he was up 4-1 when I started watching the match, and this was like the beginning of round 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going for this Gable guy." I mean, he's got the match in his hands. Also, ASU party school. This guy doesn't have it.
Sure.
and you know, Carl told me that he's a gold medal Olympian, so of course, like Gable Stevenson's winning. And so he won 6-2. The only thing the other guy did the whole rest of the match was get one escape. That was it. Otherwise, Gable had him.
Just scrambled.
And then so he takes off his headgear. He's running around cheering, and then he does this, Jack. This man is 6'1" and 265 pounds. I swear to God, if it's a goddamn ad, there is a goddamn ad.
Nice.
But it doesn't have volume. You can play that now.
Look at Gable play the game.
Oh, yeah, he's enormous.
Yeah, and he did that. That was a fucking handspring to a backflip, dude. 6'1", 265. How is that physically possible? That's like gymnast.
Mm-hmm. Some people.
It's outrageous.
Man, some people just have it, you know?
Outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get over that. Just a man that big moving a body that way. How do you do that?
I mean, he got super high. There's a guy named Tristan Wirfs in the NFL who's the right tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I think he's 380 pounds. And he did a standing jump out of a swimming pool with water about up to his chest. And he did a standing, like box jump out of the water onto it. Landed perfectly.
How do people do this, man?
Well, it's just people are getting more athletic. I think it's, partially, different, upbringings maybe
there is just so much science on how to make a perfect body that people have at their disposal, and they're using it, man. They're becoming super people.
The example I give is Christian McCaffrey, right? Like, we have a perspective on Christian that not a lot of people do just because he grew up around here, right? So, like, we knew him as this high school juggernaut, right?
To be honest, I didn't know of him until the game.
Well, I mean, like, you knew of him about during that season, though, right? Or at least
I've heard it from word of mouth, probably, but I was just like,
he won.
Ed McCaffrey's kid, cool. Okay.
They were 3A. I remember Wes talked about them. They were 3A his freshman year, and they won state, and they won it so handily. They got moved up to 4A, and then they played right before us at state at Mile High, and they won so handily that they got moved up to 5A. I think they played 2 years in 4A because 5A they got moved to 5A our season. I think maybe that or vice versa, but. Either way.
Did you just say won so handedly or handily?
And whatever it is. Yeah.
Handily. I've never heard it. Handily?
Handedly?
I've never heard that.
I don't know. Go
on.
Yeah. Anyway, then I lost my point. Oh, so yeah, I mean, the world knows him as like this super athlete, great running back, whatever. He gets hurt all the time. So
that's for days.
But like he is Ed McCaffrey's son, right? So he had the resources of a professional athlete, the resources of the Denver Broncos, let alone at his disposal since he was a child.
It's like Ivan Drago.
Exactly. And granted, he lived up to it and he's done everything that he could do. And that's where, like, again, somebody who comes from like Richard Sherman from Compton, right? It's such a crazy story. He's such an outlier. And yet, I feel like it's anybody who sets their mind to it, if they have that athletic set of skills, of course. I mean, like, there was no way I was going to play college football at any point. I'm just not athletic enough to do that, but...
Jack, you were just wearing the wrong size cleats, man. That's it. That's the only thing separating you. You could have gone to pros, man. Pros, man, in Canada.
Maybe if I didn't fucking hurt my knee my junior year, maybe we could have built something, but no. No way.
It's goddamn cleats, dude.
I know. Yeah, it's no good. It's no good.
Like, that's a real what if episode. What if Jack Anderson had cleats that fit? All through high school, all 4 years.
That'd be pretty wild. I could have been Could have been maybe a Carolina Panther.
Yeah,
you know,
they would have called you Littlefoot, but you would have been using those feet so efficiently that it would have been like, Land Before Time Littlefoot.
That's right.
Littlefoot's a badass in those
I don't know.
movies.
It's like, people with regular feet, they have like flippers, right? They got to go through the full motion. I just bounce, right?
Yeah,
I got like
you're,
hooves.
Yeah, you have hooves.
I got gazelle hooves,
You're a cloven hooved beast, Jack.
I'm a 225-pound hooved animal.
they call you Baff.
Yeah, there you go.
Baphomet. You're a satyr.
That could have been cool.
There you go, Jack the Satyr Anderson.
That would have been fun. That would have been good times. If only.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Ponder the question.
I know.
What if?
Damn it. Get out of here, Jeffrey Wright. No. That'd be crazy. I mean, who knows? Maybe
It would be.
Maybe I would have won a Super Bowl with the Bengals because I would have made a key strip sack at the end of the game and kept Eli Apple from ever fucking it up with Cooper Kupp. They just extended him.
I mean, you could have been
Dolphins
a Bengal.
have Tyreek Hill and the
I like how you set your
Bills
sights
have
on the
Von
Bengals.
Miller.
Just not even higher. It was like if I was gonna be in the pros, even though I have no choice on the matter, I'm going to the Bengals.
Here's what I figure is like, so I would have graduated in like 2018, right? So out of college, right? Because I probably would have played all 4 years. I would have had to build again. I'm a gritty. I'm an earn it kind of guy. I'm white, so I got to earn it, right? So I had to work hard. Maybe I grew every year and expanded. By my senior year, I was so good. I was definitely going to be
my senior year. You looked like I don't know, Von Miller or
was
Derrick Henry.
exactly.
You look like Derrick Henry. Like look at you now. Look at you in that body.
Oh my God, it'd be incredible, right? And I would have certainly been a top 5 pick, and the Bengals would have certainly been in the top 5. So I'm just basing it by reason and history.
No, Jack, you're on the Jags.
It would have. Well, maybe. I want to play with Joe Burrow. I got to play with Joe Burrow.
But what if this interrupts the timeline? What if this interrupts the timeline and Joe Burrow never sees the NFL?
Oh, so you're saying I come in 2 years before Joe Burrow?
Jack, this is a branch,
and I'm so good that I take the Bengals from ever being that bad and having the opportunity to get him. So you're telling me that Joe Burrow gets drafted by the
Raiders?
The Raiders. Oh my God. Ew, I don't want to cause that. God damn it. But I got to give the Raiders credit.
You guys have to face each other in the AFC Championship.
Oh, man. I'll kick his ass. You know what I mean?
You're going to be a top 5
I'm
pass
gonna be
rusher,
like Aaron
Jack?
Donald. I'm going to just fucking, I'm going to push him out of bounds. He's going to be like, oh, that was a clean hit, man. And then the guard's going to hit me, and then I'm going to get pissed, and then I'm going to fucking ruin his dreams.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to go like this.
Yeah, you're going to be like, the Satyr wants his ring, dude. Give the Satyr his ring, pal.
My sack celebration is such a
Yeah, you're just like... They have so much merch where your bottom half is goat legs, dude. Or actually, no, they're buffalo legs.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
That'd be fun. Well, I want to play for the Bills then. And I think that still would line up in the timeline.
You want to play the
2019.
Patriots twice a year before Tom Brady leaves?
Sure.
From 2018
I'll make him
to
leave
2020.
earlier. I'll make it. Well, those were Brady's worst years in New England for sure. Even though he won a Super Bowl.
Won a Super Bowl,
I know, but like think about it. Like they were. I mean, probably statistically, and then compared.
Dude, he threw 500 yards in the Super Bowl. He lost
In 18. I thought 18 was Rams. I thought 18 was.
18 was Eagles.
I think that was 17. I don't know.
I thought 19 was Rams.
Maybe
Because they won the Super Bowl before he
Yeah,
left.
you're right. You're right. That was the 2017 season.
Yeah. So 2018.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
February. You're right as well.
Oh, see, we're both right.
We're both right.
Everyone was wrong.
Everyone's wrong. Exactly.
There's a soundbite. Speaking of Aaron Donald and the Jaguars and all that, so there's this article, I guess, that's come out about Urban Meyer's tenure at the Jaguars from like inside sources. And apparently,
Like there's even more.
oh yeah, well, I mean, it's just apparently it's worse than we even imagined. Like this guy didn't know who Aaron Donald was. He didn't know
What?
Yeah, like he didn't know like a ton.
How? Aaron Donald has been a huge name, household name for. I know about Aaron Donald, and I don't know shit.
From an inside source in the film room with him, I guess he is like watching the film. He's like, "Who is this 99? This guy's gonna fuck us up." I was like,
Sir, are you fucking with us?
that's
Are you playing?
"It's the best defender in the entire league." Yeah. Didn't know that.
Whoa, interesting.
I'm gonna get fired next week anyway, so whatever, you know. Yeah, he's just apparently just like a total asshole. Well, he's just like he would like sub players out, and then coaches would like come up and they'd be like, "Why'd you take that guy out?" And he'd be like, "I didn't do that."
Jack, I'm gonna be Urban Meyer in his tenure in
Okay.
Jacksonville. Who's this fucking 99 guy? I mean, like, he's crazy. Who's that?
Coach, that's Aaron Donald.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who's that?
Defensive tackle for the Rams, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, incredible player. I think MVP, almost an MVP one year, 20 sack seasons.
Oh, it sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be real.
So go ahead and, like,
Coach, it's Saturday.
throw everything at him.
We play them tomorrow.
Oh,
They have so many other great defensive players. We can't throw
Dude.
everything at this one guy.
dude.
That's what they want us to do.
If you want me to care, I'm not gonna.
I am
Look,
demanding you to care. It is your job.
I mean, as long as we show up and, like, the game happens, just, like, I don't know, just do anything you can to stop him.
I mean, that is the goal, but, like, you're the one who's supposed to have the
put
vision.
Can you put 4 tight ends on him?
I mean, if you want to have one receiver on the field, yeah.
Can you get it done?
They have Jalen Ramsey, so that receiver won't even be open.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? I'm gonna go play Madden, like, because I'll just put the Rams against the Jags. You know, make sure it's updated because you gotta have the roster right.
Coach,
Coach,
can I ask you a question?
I'll just write down the plays that work, and then we'll just do those plays over and over again.
Coach,
What's up?
When you say play Madden, are you talking about going to OSU and finger banging a co-ed? Please don't do that again.
Yeah, no, but also
Please
play
don't do
Madden
that
after
again.
doing that.
Like
It's a whole ritual thing, dude. Like, I gotta.
you have paid.
Do you want me to be in the right mindset? You gotta let me do my ritual, dude.
Why do you have to do it at your own restaurant?
Because
That's the
I'm
weirdest part to
Urban
me.
fucking Meyer. I'm a household name, bro. Like,
Kinda. For people that are into college football.
I'm the head coach. Like, let me do my thing, and then we'll, like, do the, like, game. And whatever happens. Like,
Okay.
I mean, we're still getting our paychecks, dude. Like, I don't care.
I feel like we won't for long if we keep doing this. Or
Whatever,
maybe
dude.
you.
I get money from a restaurant. And guess what? Guess how many jean shorts these hands have fit down, dude?
I don't want to know.
Too many.
No.
Actually, there's no such thing as too many. Not for Urban fucking Meyer.
Ugh.
Guess what I did this weekend?
Shut up.
Shut up. Inside jokes. But the more you describe the tenureship of Urban Meyer in
one-year
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Just that entire thing. I just imagine him just being like, exactly that. Just being like, oh, God. I just do stuff.
Yeah.
I thought, like, in the pros, more people did more stuff, and it's less on me.
Yeah. It just seemed like he went down there to build a lot of buildings and to, like, have the job. And then he was like, oh, I am so in over my head. I have no clue what to do here. And then he just started doing that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's bad. And then, yeah, so we got Tyreek Hill on the Dolphins. We got Von Miller on the Bills. Dude, what's going on in the East?
It's crazy.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Fuck my life, man. It's like I sent you this morning. I don't know what the Patriots are doing. They just re-signed Malcolm Butler, and it's like they couldn't have gotten rid of him quicker, even though he got the game-winning interception in the Super Bowl. Like,
Who knows? Maybe he'll come back. Maybe.
I don't know, but he got the MVP truck from Tom Brady,
It's true.
or paid off by Tom Brady.
It's gonna be crazy.
I think that's such bullshit. They don't give those guys that shit paid off, tax free for free.
Yeah, I don't know.
Total bullshit.
It's like, why even give it at that point?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
Anyway.
I was watching this documentary last night about China. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it's interesting because so basically the documentary had no dialogue, right? Like, well, the people were talking that, like, they were filming, but, like, it was pretty much just a montage of footage, right? There's no, like, interview, there was no narrator, just people doing their jobs all over China. I'm not quite done with it. I have about a half hour left. It's on Paramount Plus. And I think, what's it called? Ascension. It's called Ascension. And yeah, it's just so it's like the first scene, And this is why China is, I mean, people don't understand what China is to this world. Why China is a unbeatable obstacle is because they make everything. Everything you're wearing, everything you are using, they made, and the companies you're buying it from fully intend to keep having them make it, and they fully intend to keep making it. That's what's happening right now, and then we will not sacrifice that because then we lose all the things we have.
And I love how people are shitting on big Hollywood studios for like pandering and keep making sure not to piss off China with certain things in their movies, and it's like, well, you tell me you're going to just go ahead and do that when they have a gun to your head that goes 1/7 of the population of this planet will not put any money towards this movie.
Yep. And we have a couple $1 trillion of debt on your whole entire country if we really need to get dirty.
They're also in mega amounts of debt.
Yeah, but I feel like they and like the order, I feel like could charge us more because I think we're more dependent on them. And again, I want to be clear.
That's the thing. They don't have a huge dependency on anybody else.
No, yeah, they just like our movies, but their leadership is fully capable of going like, you don't get to watch our movies. You don't get to get that stuff. And the people have to go like, all right, whatever, like that's life. And I'm not saying this is a good thing. It's just reality. It is what's happening. It just needs to be discussed, if anything, right? Or, I don't know, we keep going. We try to make what's happening better. I don't know, right? I'm just going to talk about what I saw in the documentary and what's happening because this is just straight up footage of China, right? So there's like all these people, and this is why they don't have a big homeless population in China, is because all these people are just like hanging out on curbs and whatnot. And there's all these people in this giant town square area, and these people with megaphones going like, all right, I got a job with, dinner, dorms,
Initially,
dorms fit
I
6.
was really worried you were about to do an accent.
No.
Because you were just trying to come up with the words, and you just let that beginning sentence come out a little like,
oh, no.
Whoa, where are you going, Jack?
I was trying to think. I'm thinking on the fly. We have, a sit-down job with working with smartphones. You can't use your phone in the place. Like, they're just, like, announcing this shit, on megaphones all over the place. And these people just are like, okay, cool. And they stand up and they get on the bus and they go. And they live there for a little while. They get the food. They make the stuff.
That's how you have a totalitarian regime. You just have people shouting out the shit
all
the time.
All the like.
And then the people just go, all right, I guess that's
all
happening.
the like advertising or like, billboards or whatever are like, you work hard and you'll succeed or something like that, right? Like it has all the translations of those. And then you go with these people to their jobs and it's like, what's the first one? The first one I think is like a smartphone place and, very strict, very, controlled, manufacturing, straightforward. They just clearly go, they get the dorms, they live there, they get food, they hang out, they do the job till the job's no longer available, and then they move on, right? But the one that was the funniest was they showed a sex doll shop. Right? Which was hysterical.
That's amazing.
And there was one, like they were making clothes, I think in the first one actually, and they take so much pride in it, right? Like they're really like, oh, this one sucks, this one's good, oh, we need to do it like this more often, and stuff like that, right? So it's like they're paying attention and whatnot, but even more so in the sex doll one. They are, and it's just all, you can tell all these products are for men. They show from the, metal skeleton all the way up to the wigs on the face. You know what I mean? And it is crazy. And like the size discrepancy of the tits is incredible.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like the ending of Whitney Cummings' special where she shows the footage of going to the factory to build her sex doll.
Yeah.
And like this just got a wall of just all the different sizes of boobs and different shapes and all the different sizes of nipples and areolas and everything. And you're just like,
there were like elf ears on
and
some.
It's just one of those things that I find to be conceptually one of the funniest fucking things is people in a boardroom having very serious discussions about the engineering that goes into sex toys.
Oh, yeah.
And that is just one of the funniest things. It's just like, I don't think the lips are too, like, I fucked this thing last night, and I got to say my personal case, the lips were rubbing a little too hard. I'm not a fan. Like, I think we got to change it, make it a little bit more like a velvety texture. And they're like, all right, I like your input there, Todd. Yeah. So, we're talking to our manufacturers there in China, and we can get that material, but it might cause allergic reactions on people's dicks. I don't think we can go forward with that until we find a safer material. That kind of shit.
100%.
And they have the same kind of conversations about like porn, where it's just like, the production value on this, it's going to be going down if we don't get the right lighting guy and get the right key. And, we got to have this all down straight, got to have her ass in the air at the right angle. Like they have serious conversations about this stuff. And I think that's why when we went to Romantics that one time together, I was just having a fucking meltdown in the store. Because it just how much of the stuff there is. It's insane. And then you saying that they pay like closer attention to detail than anything there on those things. That is amazing.
Well, and it's only women that work in the factory, which I think makes a lot of sense. I think you don't want men around that. They're gonna do something weird.
They're gonna put like tentacles and shit on it. Yeah, it's gonna get nuts.
And they're gonna do weird things with the doll, and that's merchandise. You know what I mean? And
I
also,
would think that they would demand some workers' perks. It's just like what's the discount? 50%.
Give me one.
Can we get the mess ups?
Look at them. There are so many. I can't just take one.
We got dumpsterfuls of mess ups. Just let me fuck one.
I see a lot of room for that happening. And also just women know how to make the product better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They understand.
They have the equipment.
Yeah, they understand the engineering so much better than we do.
They know what real stuff looks like instead of dudes just being like, I don't know, like basketballs? That seems like a regular, normal size.
That was a big one. They were very focused on the areolas and like spray painting those on. Like they really were like, which shade are we going to do before we put this on? No, it's the wrong shade.
Dude, these are full Ronies, man.
Right.
We can't have Ronies on this one. That's not what this model is.
Yep. Well, something too, like there was a lady in the clothes shop, I remember, and I always appreciate this with language. We're like, we're making different sounds, right? Like, I can't understand what she's saying if I don't read the subtitles. But you read the subtitles, and some lady comes up and is like, this person didn't put in their time, and she's like, I don't know. I don't know if she did or not. Can you leave me alone? And it's just like footage, like a steady, or like a camera holding on them, and them just having basically a real argument about just like, this isn't my business, all right? Like, don't come to me with this shit, And then this lady's like, I don't know. Like, we gotta make sure, And it's just,
it kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week.
I love it. I
love how language differs because Americans are so flat and then also very like overly polite with like how much we don't want to offend anybody with how we're talking to him. So it makes it such a fucking annoying language of passive aggression and, subtle digs and shit like that.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
It's the worst when you talk about subtext. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're assholes. We're the worst. You know?
But then I love Asian cultures and their language because they're just so glib and direct, just blunt beyond belief, just being like, I don't know, don't talk to me.
I don't know. It's human culture. I mean, if we really want to get into it.
Because like if you say that to somebody in America, if you're direct, you're a bitch. Right. You're an asshole. You know?
Totally. Are you kidding? And like that person would start like arguing and yelling at you. Yeah.
It's like I've worked with somebody before where like I've interacted with them in passing and then before working with them, but like it was just that kind of thing where it's just like, wow, they're kind of a dick. Fuck that guy. Yeah. And then you work with them and then you go, oh wait, no, you're not a dick. You're just direct because there's nothing personal about it. And so many people take so many things so personal.
Right, exactly. Well, it's interesting when you look at the globe, right? And you look at, I think, obviously Eastern and Western culture.
Eastern culture, it's very clear that there's nothing personal.
Right.
Like, I don't fucking know you.
Well, that's the thing is,
I don't care about you.
for China, that's why it works. That's why it works over there. Is those people so here was the other crazy part was then they went to an initiation kind of thing for a company. And there's a whole bunch of people, men, women, different ages, different, levels of being in shape, but they were all in military garb getting yelled at by a guy. And then they had to go outside and they had to sit in a circle on their butts with like, I don't know, some sort of, it might have been an elastic or it might have just been a rope or something. And they had to like go like this and like shake that rope and make it go round and round and round and round. And he wouldn't let them stop. And they were going really, I just can't do it with the microphone, how fast they were going. But they're woo, woo, woo. And he's like, you can't stop. When you think you're there, you got to keep pushing through, right? I mean, it's like, again, a huge spectrum of people. It's like people you would work with, right? Yeah. And you're all sitting there and you're all doing this thing. And you could tell their arms are like dead, right? And then they get up and they go and they stand in order like a military. I mean, again, this is just footage of what is going on in China. And these are like new hires, right? This is orientation. And they're standing in front of a podium, and there's a lady who's like, let me introduce you to these people. We have, Jan, who is the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer. We have, Sean, who's a, whatever. Then they have the air conditioning guy there, which was interesting. Introduces 4 people, whatever. And then for each person, they go, and Sean in marketing. And Jim for air conditioning. And they do that for each one. And then they go and they march back and forth in front of those people. And they're like, something along the lines of, do the work, never stop. Something along that, like, work hard. This is our purpose. This is our meaning, is to work hard and, never quit and always, push yourself harder, stuff like that. And then they're done. And they're just like laughing and they run back to their dorms and they're like totally, like they're kids at recess, and they're hanging out and they're friends and they're like wrestling with each other and stuff. And it's just like, that's part of their culture, is that work, is taking pride in that effort, in that. I mean, again, it's like a sense of worth, essentially, is what people are saying.
That's where the communism comes in, man.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's just, again, I'm not saying it's the right way. It's just the way it is, right? And that's why.
Imagine if the Chinese
they're not
people,
unhappy, I don't think,
They just are,
Yeah. I mean, they
don't know any better.
When
That's
they're
the
not
thing.
working, they seem super happy.
When I was watching Blade Runner recently, I was just thinking about it, where in that world, to us, it seems outrageous how stacked on top of everybody is, and the neon signs, just the overstimulation and all that stuff. And then I thought about it, I'm like, well, that's the only world these people know. This is normal to them.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
weird as fuck to us. So, like, to think about it for just anywhere, if you think it's weird, to them, it's just, it is.
Right.
So they can be just as happy in those conditions because they don't know our culture. They're like, that's
and to have these ideological arguments about what's right and wrong, to them, if you just come at them saying, what you're doing is wrong, this is terrible, or like, I feel so bad from you, I have to save you, they're going to be like, what? Wait, what are you talking about, right? It's about having a conversation and understanding where they're coming from and where they find value, and and on their side too, understanding where we find value, right? And not exploiting it and putting social media trolls into the market that's more Russia, to totally disintegrate our, social culture. But that's our problem, because we're weak enough to fall apart.
I said before that, how I felt every time that somebody was like, Trump's friends with Putin. That's a good thing. I'm like, no, it's not, because Russia has never been our friend.
Right.
We're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
They don't want us to win. They don't want anything good for America. If they can help influence something bad happening to us, they're going to do it. Of course. China, I feel like if America goes down, they're probably going to be the ones to just be like, but they're not going to contribute to it.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's like, going back to the Western, Eastern hemisphere culture type of thing, right? The East has stayed kind of the same the whole time. Or at least, like, the West went from Greece up to Rome, up to Europe, up to England, expanded to America, like all this stuff. It like grew and went further west.
Yeah, you're saying they inhabited pretty much the same regions the whole time.
Right, but like, and they inhabit the same regions. And as they did that, instead of focusing on, can we go further, they said, what can we do here, right? So obviously they've changed a lot over, tens of thousands of years, but also compared to America, which is operating on two.
What? I thought it was still Mulan times.
Well, easy there. The America's operating on almost like giving it, some credit, 300 years of culture, right? We're operating on 300 years of ideas and values, but also thousands of years that have been developed in the West, right? But they've changed everywhere they've gone. There's been need for change, and it's expanded. China, Japan obviously had a big change after the nuclear bomb, but with that, they went back to what they didn't go to, like, okay, we had rulers and emperors and samurai. We had this feudal system that worked. No, they were like, that was a byproduct of a way to like organize this. What made us special is our work ethic. What made us special is the way we interact with our world. So let's just double down on that and get as good as we can. And their democracy thing seems to kind of work. So let's kind of, I don't actually know exactly what, I think Japan's a democracy, but I don't know. Yeah. And so they're like, let's do what Europe and America are doing, right? China obviously did something different, but the East has, and again, I'm not an expert in this by any means, but just based on what I can see from the documentary and just what we learned in history class, they didn't need to like constantly break the wheel and figure it out. They just kept fine tuning the wheel. We kept breaking it, doing a new thing. And then we broke and we did a new thing, and it kept getting better and more interesting, but it always required a war, or it always required some sort of burning down of libraries, right? And it's like, again, I love living in America. I'm very happy to be American. We're very lucky to be Americans, but like to get to that point in a historical context, China and these other Eastern cultures haven't necessarily had to go through that. They've gone through that within their own country and just kind of churned into what they are now, right? Which is, I think, what they will continue to become. Like,
well, then you got all those sticky situations with like Tibet and the Uyghurs.
right. I mean, again, it's like I'm not saying they're the country to worship. I'm just talking about like what I saw in that documentary.
I'm just being that
right.
guy.
No, you need to though.
But,
we have to call that stuff out
yeah,
because they can't do that. That's part of the new global contract, right? Which is, okay, this isn't because of Judeo-Christian values. This is because humans don't deserve to be, have prejudice against them because of things that they have, that they're born with, or that are so sacred to them. You shouldn't kill Uyghur Muslims because they are Muslims, right? That's just the wrong thing to do. I thought we figured that out in the 40s. Yet they make all their things, and they do the Olympics, and it's like this complicated, weird, crazy thing that,
All right. So between China and Japan, where do you want to go?
Japan.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Where should we go? We should plan like a international trip. I've never been outside this country besides Canada. You've been to Europe.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Australia would be pretty cool.
Australia's like number one for me.
Me too. I mean, that's the one I've never been to. Or New Zealand. I mean, I'd love to go to Japan, but like I think Japan, I guess it's when you're traveling internationally, it's all expensive. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But real quick with the China documentary, because there were two more things that were really interesting. Well, I mean, I don't know. How could they not be interesting? But also,
they can be not interesting.
Well, yeah, that's true. But this one was about people beating each other up, which was crazy. Yeah, so there was like a bodyguard camp that you went to next, and there were these people like training to become bodyguards and stuff like that. And they would like do all these drills and like, they go, ah! And then they'd kick down a door, and then like somebody would roll in next to them with a gun and like shield that guy or whatever. And this one guy got it wrong. And the leader like stopped them, and he like went to him and he's like, "Why do you do everything wrong? You've done everything wrong since birth. What is wrong with you? Get down, give me push-ups, let's go." And this guy did the worst push-ups I've ever seen in my life. Like how, and he like kept yelling at him during the push-ups, but more about how he was a failure and useless and all that stuff, worthless and whatnot. Again, worth is a big value in that culture. Screaming at him, yelling at him, and eventually he just did a really bad plank while the people kept doing their drills. And then they went forward and they did a couple other things. And that guy was weird because he would like do that. He'd yell and abuse somebody. And then he would take like a TikTok video of them and be like adding music and like making the video. And it'd just be video of him doing that.
How strange. That was very funny.
And it'd be like badass, like music, like American rap to, like them doing their drills and stuff like that. And he's all into it. He's like, yeah, And then a couple other things, other social media stuff.
Just elbow somebody in the jaw and just be like, smile.
Yeah, exactly. And then he had a goat that he kept like pushing in the head, which was kind of weird. But then they did this thing where it was like a person, that thing we did for improv where we just stood across and looked into each other's eyes for like 2-3 minutes. Well, they were kind of doing that, except they were hitting each other as hard as they could with like some sort of martial arts combination in their chest, and they would just do it back and forth to each other. And you could tell it really hurt. Like when you saw somebody take that, and they're like, "Don't give up, don't give in," don't, like all that intense stuff. And then by the end of it, they're all standing there. And I mean, their chests are purple. All of their chests are like a deep, deep purple. And they're just standing there, good, ready to go. And then the next one was a maid.
I would want to go first with my partner. Just take it first so that I could use that to fuel just fucking them up.
Well, you can tell.
Fucking them up.
After every hit, they hit harder because they were more mad because of how hard the last guy hit them, So like it was like, boom, boom. Go, go.
Oh, yeah.
Go, go. Like back and forth.
That's why I always escalates. If you're
Yeah.
gonna if you get roughhousey, if you're drunk or whatever, it escalates
If you
because
get
you
hit,
get
you're gonna
hit.
be upset.
You want to hit them harder,
Yeah.
which makes them want to hit you harder, which makes you, it just escalates
It's
in such a
instinctual.
way. Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most in that kind of like reaction. It is the most logical thing to do when it
100%.
couldn't
Well,
be
if it's
more.
a real fight,
Yeah.
hit him, try and knock him
Oh,
out,
yeah.
right? Don't let them do that again to you. You know?
Yeah, well, it's like, have you seen those like slap fight things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I guess Arnold Schwarzenegger and Logan Paul were doing, like hosting it for some. Dude, what is this fucking world?
Again, I don't know, man. That's what we're talking about right now. I don't know.
That's out. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know what history is going to be like for this time. You know, what are we going to remember? How is it going to be remembered? Or what's going to be made up to make up for some of the stupid shit we've been doing?
I have no clue.
And what has been made up to make up for a lot of stupid shit that we have done.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
And that's worldwide all through time and history. Now, that's,
Time is a flat circle.
Now, the other one that was pretty crazy was a butler service. And, they obviously very strict about it. But the part that I really took away from, and then I'll get off China, was they were talking and the manager or the teacher was like, basically, so, you can make mistakes here. This is class. You can make mistakes, but you can never make a mistake in the real world. If no matter what the, person you're working for says to humiliate you, no matter what they do to you, no matter what, you cannot let them see you break. You can go off, you can say it behind their back, you can do whatever, but you cannot break no matter what they say to you, no matter what they, put you through, stuff like that. And I was just like, really? I guess I get it, because it's just like butlers for super rich people, right? So they're just like getting you ready for, like, they're actually preparing you for when your rich, employer inevitably snaps at you, because they always do, and abuse you and humiliate you, and when they Logan Ryan you, right?
Yeah.
Or Logan Roy you.
Yeah, Logan Ryan.
Who is Logan Roy?
He's a fucking NFL player.
Oh yeah, safety.
Yeah,
yeah. When Logan Roy them, bore on the floor, that kind of shit. Like, I guess that's so real. You gotta teach classes about it. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. Fucking humans, dude. And also going to China with the hitting and with the
that's crazy,
take
because
whatever.
yeah, they would get their ass beat being a butler there, because when I think of butlers, I think of British and
Right.
New England area, very very uptight, toity, and all of their punishments are just like some of the most subtle jabs.
Right, exactly.
And then it's just like, I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
That was a big mistake.
They take it but you take it the hardest, right? Versus if you're prepared for that, and if you're like ready for it, and you're just like, you know what, this is what the job is, which again I don't think is the right thing, but also that's what they're preparing for.
I would
Then
really love to see what the Downton Abbey's all about.
They mentioned Downton Abbey, and
Really?
they're like, have any of you watched Downton Abbey? And they're all just like,
No.
and they're like, well, it's a very popular Western show that a lot of people you're going to work for have watched and will probably talk to you about.
More accessible version of it for me was Another Period with Natasha Leggero.
There you go.
Because that's really what it is. It's like if the Kardashians were in Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show. Check it out, Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. This is also on Paramount Plus. Shout out to Paramount Plus today. Go check out the Halo show.
Oh, yeah, it started today, didn't it?
Did it? Nice. There we go.
Yeah, it did.
Boo, 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 boo.
The fuck is that? That's not Halo. That's not Halo. You get the fuck out of here with that shit if you think that's Halo. You're not even cultured, dude. That franchise has been around for 21 years, bro. You're just like so out of it. You're like out of touch.
Just played so much God of War.
Yeah,
Any time.
Oh, dude.
I played
You
that
also had a
single player game.
PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you did get a 360 eventually, but you couldn't play Halo 1 or 2 on that.
Yeah, no. So I never figured it out. So I'm gonna, no.
Don't whisper shit.
What? We can't.
Speaking of, the first 3 Halos have like the best fucking soundtrack.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite has a pretty good soundtrack. I didn't really play 5, 4, not so good.
Sure.
But those first 3, dude.
Dead.
I still listen to the soundtracks all the time.
Oh, sure.
I owned the CDs.
Yeah.
Physical copies.
Awesome.
They're that good.
Rock on, man.
So I
love movie scores.
let me see what the rating of this first episode is so far.
Check it out.
Yeah.
What color are books?
Our books?
Mm-hmm.
What? The fuck kind of question is that? What color are books? It's got a 7.8. That's pretty good.
I just thought about like calling into like a show, like a radio show or something, and asking that question. And I just want to see what people would do. Would they?
Glad you put the Bluetooth all the way down because I got a phone call.
Oh, Sammy B. Take that call, yo.
God damn it.
Take
it's
it on
fucking. Oh no, I missed it, but.
Take it on air. Oh no.
It's for some blood donation thing. Get the fuck out of here. I need a phone call.
Give me your blood.
Tell me where my glasses are.
Give me your blood.
I want my glasses.
Give me your blood.
Give me your skin.
What?
I'll trade you my blood for your skin.
Ew. Give me your blood.
Give me your skin.
Okay.
Deal.
Rock on. You saw it here, folks.
We're trading blood for skin.
That's right.
Oh, positive, dude.
I got two more things. One is just a real short story about my trip to Austin, coming back on the plane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How was the trip and how was...
Oh, it's cool. The city's fantastic. Trevor and Charlie doing phenomenal.
Shout out.
Shout out. Trevor Newton saving lives, saved a kid out of a freaking burning building. He had body cam footage. It was pretty wild.
Wow.
But it was like kind of like a video game, and it was Trevor, so like it made me laugh. And you just see his hands, like, so it's like this intense, like this building's like on fire, right? Like it looks like a movie, right? Shit's real, right? And all these people are like catching him out of the second story, and you just see Trevor's hands like a video game, like run up, grab someone, rush off with the kid, give him off.
The Trevor Newton VR experience,
you just have the hands in front the whole time, and I was just like, it feels like I'm playing a video game.
That's pretty fucking funny.
But I mean, again, he's saving lives. They're kicking ass.
T. Newton, the video game.
Charlie's working to become a firefighter. So,
Hell yeah!
They're the life saving Newtons now.
First responder power couple.
That's right. Real deal, though, and they're doing CrossFit. They met Matt Frazier, he's
it's
5-time CrossFit champion. He's pretty good.
That means even less to me now.
He told Trevor they did good rower form, which is a big deal. Big deal, man. Trevor's got great rower form. Always has.
Did you watch him do his throws, dude? Always has.
Top notch, dude. Let's see.
Top notch T Newt. He's TN square, dog.
TN square, dude. Had a $42 rib, which is pretty wild. And that was, yeah.
Just one rib.
One beef rib. That's $42.
How?
I know, like, we got dinner, and then they set the tray down, and I was like, all right. And I had just flown in, and when I fly in, I get, I have a hard time sleeping.
I'm
that first
imagining
night.
this rib being like the smallest rib on that giant rack of ribs that they dump on the Flintstones
Yeah.
during the opening sequence. And they just like slam it into the side of the car. I'm picturing it as the smallest one on that, which is still about that big.
It's a big rib. There's no doubt. It's really good. But also, like, when I fly, sometimes my stomach isn't 100%, right? I just like traveling, whatever, You're off your routine. You're a little stressed. So I didn't have a huge appetite. But then she told me it was $80, and I was like, oh my God. So I had to like chat out. It was all delicious, all super good. But again, $42 for a rib. I couldn't believe it. I was flabbergasted.
Where was this at?
It was just a barbecue place in Austin. It was the night I got there. And then Charlie, and then hung out South by Southwest, which was fun. I mean, I didn't have enough money to go to like anything interesting, but I just walked around the city, which is fantastic. I definitely like that city a lot. It's hot, but that's good, right? Winter's canceled, right, Sammy B?
It's canceled.
And then so this was the story. I get back, finally have my first flight home since COVID that wasn't delayed. I'm on the plane. I'm behind this family of talkers, and they're not wearing their masks. And I guess, I don't know if the mask mandate has been lifted yet. I heard it was supposed to last week, but I don't know. We had to wear masks, and they are still pretty uptight about that, right? So this little girl, probably like 12-year-old girl, walks on the plane, no mask, and the flight attendant's like, excuse me, you have to put on a mask. And she's like, no, I don't. And I was like, oh my God, do we have a elementary school anti-masker? Is this real? And then sure enough, she was like, ma'am, she's like, I'm sorry, we need you to wear a mask. And she was like, it's against my rights. And I was like, did a 12-year-old just say this is against my rights? With a mask, like I couldn't believe. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe that's normal. But
Huge fans of the Constitution down in Texas. Let me tell you.
I was just like, I just the fact that there was like a child in front of me doing the whole thing.
I know
was
my
like,
rights. I love that.
But then she eventually put on a mask because her dad was like, "We gotta go. And people are waiting behind us." I was like, "Okay, thank you, sir, for at least pushing this along." She put the mask on like on her chin, And the dad wouldn't wear the mask the whole time. It was kind of annoying, but. It is what it is. Because again, if the man...
Here's my thing. That person, those people, how does it not exhaust you?
Right. Exactly.
That's why I do the shit.
It's a lot of struggle.
That's why I bend to it, is because it exhausts me to have to keep going. I know my rights.
Yeah.
When I know.
And especially when you're in that
Don't put that shit in my body. You can't make me. It's like, gotta be exhausting.
It's a lot.
It's about it. It's, kind of comparable to how exhausting it is to be a Patriots fan sometimes.
You're constantly at war.
Constantly, just people confronting you about your goddamn hats.
Yeah.
Or a Red Sox hat. It's like, dude, I'm not a fan. I just like the hats.
Got Trevor's story, though. You lucky.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Rocky's just keeping it up. Getting rid of everybody.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second thing.
Tell your story.
That was it. Okay. Second thing, and we need to get this in for sure, is... Barry Keoghan as or whatever his last name is, the Joker.
Barry Keoghan is the Joker. Here's the thing, Jack. So here's my final conclusion, second part to my DMT reviews. I figured it out. I figured out how I feel about the Batman. It's the amazing Spider-Man of the franchise.
Right.
It was fine. I really enjoyed the movie, but far from the greatest, in my opinion. You go and watch The Dark Knight, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like a fucking phenomenal, perfect
Top 3. All time.
It's number 1.
It's number 1 on the list right now?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Batman movies. I'm like, it's easily number 1 of Batman movies.
100%.
Well, maybe Lego Batman. I don't know. Lego Batman's pretty fucking good. Like, surprisingly good.
Yeah. Will Arnett is my Batman.
It was, it was written by Chris McKenna. You know what else he wrote? Spider-Man No Way Home.
Interesting.
And Far From Home and Homecoming. Yeah. But yeah, so Rotten Tomatoes put out the deleted scene from the Batman with Batman talking to Barry Keoghan at Arkham Asylum in a very Hannibal Lecter style thing with him as the Joker. And dude, no.
No?
No.
You're not about it?
No.
Why?
Because why does he have to have a fucked up face like that? Why does there have to be some prior reason other than, dude, all it takes to do the Joker, one bad day, one bad day plus a vat of acid equals the Joker. That's it. That's all you need.
That's not what Matt Reeves, that's not the story he wants to tell.
Don't try too hard, man. You don't have to. The work's been done.
I don't know, he's got a vision,
What if they bring Jack Nicholson back? His fucking 87-year-old fucking ass putting on that makeup again. Well, get a load of me. All right, are we fucking done here? I'm so tired. I thought I retired. I'm pretty sure Jack Nicholson retired from acting.
I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure he did.
Which is fine. But also imagine if they did that.
Yeah, that'd be
just
great.
bring him out of retirement, slap the Joker makeup, and he's like, I'm not putting that shit on my face. Like, okay, we could do it in digital. It'll be really expensive, but we could do it in digital.
Sam, what if Barry Keoghan's Joker reaches Heath Ledger levels of, maybe not like that level, but like that much popularity and excitement, and people just going like, this is the new way?
I'll be sad.
Yeah, you're not? No.
I feel like he's going to be... Okay, so Jared Leto was like Dane DeHaan, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the Dane DeHaan of Jokers.
Yeah.
But I kind of get a feeling like Barry Keoghan will be like in between him and not Jared Leto, god damn it, Joaquin Phoenix.
Sure.
Which is just below Heath Ledger.
Yeah, there we go.
But here's the thing, man. Do we need it? Do we need it to be so goddamn gritty and dark? Why can't he be fucking just like the comics? Like the cartoon. Mark Hamill.
No.
Just paint Troy Baker up in his getup from Arkham Origins, and you got a winning Joker there, bud.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true.
Also, I've never seen Troy Baker act in real life.
Yeah, isn't he just a voice actor?
Pretty much.
But
But
I
he's
mean,
like
hey,
the voice actor.
if the guy that did Cad Bane can do it,
I mean, I don't
Dress
think he
him up.
dressed up.
I think that was him.
Do you think he dressed up?
I would if they were like, hey, if you we want
Okay,
you to
yeah.
come
If
back.
they asked, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, am I just doing the voice or can I dress up?
I do it.
If he would be interested. If he was that kind of guy and he's not like,
And the character's
I
not
just like the
huge
booth.
or anything,
Yeah.
you know? You just got to put the stuff on for a couple scenes. Easy money. I like
Google
to
it.
think it was him.
what's Corey
Now,
Burton
I
in the
want to
makeup?
show you this. You got to read through it.
The Sinister Six casting. So
Yeah,
this,
just
this
a
is
random
fan
cast.
This is aggressively large cast.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Okay. I need my fucking glasses. That's how fine print it is.
I could read it to you if you want.
Timothy Chalamet as
Harry
Osborn. That's not bad.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
Here's the thing. Speaking of doing a 180 on somebody, I've never done a quicker 180 on Timothy Chalamet than since I seen Dune, and I'd never seen him in a movie before. But I had just, that sort of inherent masculine need to hate the heartthrobs. That's just something that guys do. Once their heartthrob emerges, you hate them,
Yeah.
like until they prove themselves. Channing Tatum was on that list, I mean, you got a lot of these people out there that you're just like, fuck that guy, because he's just so goddamn talented and gorgeous.
Yep.
But Timothy Chalamet, you see him in Dune, and then Don't Look Up, and you're like, he's my guy. Also, he's a mega Kid Cudi fan. We'd bond on that immediately. He was in the
100%.
documentary.
Him, us, Joe Burrow. We would
Yeah,
get
dude.
down
That would
to some
be
Kid Cudi.
such a fun night,
would be
man.
crazy.
You be Tim Chalamet and Joe Burrow
And Kid
hanging out with
Cudi.
Kid Cudi. That would be the best, Jack. Put that on the bucket
Yeah,
list.
oh, it's there, man.
Oh my
Don't you
God.
worry.
I want that. It's so bad.
That would be-
Okay.
that'd be wild.
I could just zoom in. Maya Hawke as Gwen Stacy. Who's that?
I don't know.
Caleb McLaughlin as Miles Morales. I don't know who that is. Daisy Ridley as Spider-Woman. Sure.
No.
Even though they've already cast a Spider-Woman.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Or Jessica Drew. Isn't that Spider-Woman's name? Pretty sure. Who's Jessica Drew? I can't remember. Oh, yeah. What was it for? Who's playing Jessica Drew?
Who?
It's for Into the Spider-Verse. It's Issa Rae. That's what it was. The sequel to that. Across the Spider-Verse.
I see.
That's where I saw it. Now I remember. Andrew and Toby. Andrew and Tubbs. Emma Stone. Vinny D. Mikey Cates. Jakey G. Michael Mann. ATJ. Okay, I guess I want to go for Mr. Negative because of the video game.
Yeah. Who is it? supposed
Daniel
to-
Henney.
Oh, yeah.
Donald Glover as the Prowler.
Uh-huh.
J.K. Simmons as JJJ.
Uh-huh.
Mark Hamill as Doc Ock.
Yeah. In a post-credit scene.
It says it too. Yeah, that's hilarious. Cameo by Zendaya and Jacob Batalon and Kirsten Dunst. Matthew McConaughey as Norman Osborn. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself. All right. Andrew Lincoln as George Stacy. Why not?
The sheriff.
Anya Taylor-Joy, another ATJ.
Yep.
Yeah,
Double
as
ATJs.
Black Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Directed by James Gunn.
What do you think?
Yeah, fucking right, dude. In no world. In zero world. And
Yeah, that's not a multiverse right there.
that's too much.
Well, why bring Toby and Andrew back again for this? That was my big thing. Like,
Well, and
how?
none of the Sinister Six cast are from their universes.
Right, no, exactly. Like they're all
like their own guy.
yeah,
you know?
either they're getting their own movie or they're part of Tom Holland's. Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty wacky, dude.
I saw it. I was like, Sam needs to read this.
That's pretty fucking wacky, dude.
Oh man.
I mean, if it wasn't Alfred Molina, who would I think of for a Doc Ock?
Mark Hamill, dude.
Honestly, Paul Giamatti would be a good one, but he's already the Rhino.
That'd be awesome.
But hey, you know what? Multiverse shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's just Otto Octavius in the MCU. They're not going to do that. He's done. He's been dunned.
Dundos.
Unsees.
He's had his impact.
Yep. And now he can go ahead and do whatever the fuck he wants.
Maybe we take out the Mr. Negative and we put in Barry Coogan as the Joker. Why not?
No, it's Harry Osborn.
No, Dane DeHaan is Harry Osborn.
No. Then we'll have Timothy Chalamet be the MCU Venom.
There we go.
You would have to bulk up so much.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be tough. Just a really
Otherwise, we'd have
skinny,
another
skinny-
goddamn
a string bean.
Topher
Venom.
Grace. You know, I mean, that Venom was disappointingly small.
Yeah, it's not good.
So small, teeny tiny. He's got to be big.
Gotta be big.
Got to be big. You know, get John Cena. John Cena as Eddie Brock would not be bad.
No.
That's actually like a perfect from like comic and cartoon to screen. John Cena. Get John Cena as Venom. That's the only one I would sign off on and give my blessing for other than Tom Hardy.
Sure.
That's the only one.
That'd be
To
pretty
get
awesome.
John Cena as Venom, dude.
Just kicking the shit out of Tom Holland.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
I would fucking love it, dude. Let's go. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, he's like vacationing in Mexico where the symbiote is.
Yeah.
He gets it in the next movie, goes to New York.
And he's as John Cena. He's
That's
not
right.
Eddie Brock.
Well, because that's the thing is part of Venom got left, right? And it was Venom. Well, it was
Venom
Eddie.
says he's a multiversal being.
Right, but Eddie says like, I got to go talk to the Spider-Man guy, but a piece of Venom gets left, so that you have to assume Venom's going to talk to Spider-Man about something.
He's going to ride somebody's shoe all the way to New York.
That goopity goo.
Yep, that goop and goo, man. I mean,
And then Peter's going to be like, "Oh my God, the one Spider-Man talked about this
yeah,
shit."
this is interesting.
He always does that. Why does he ever stay away?
No,
Yeah.
you know, he's just always like, "What's this button?"
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, alien goop,
Mhm.
just taking you over, dude.
Bada boom.
What would you do if they just didn't do anything with Venom? Because I know what I would do.
I don't know. I would probably ask you a bunch how you were feeling about it.
I'd burn all my shirts.
Kevin Feige goes on the record.
They would destroy.
Venom is my least. I think Venom is a crime to comic books.
Yes.
What if he said that?
And I'd knee him right in the balls. I'd be like, you're a crime to comic books. All you do is make movies. You gotta write this stuff.
That'd be funny.
No, I love K. Feigs.
Okay, Feige.
K. Feigs, dude.
Feigs, we trust.
Give it up for the Feigs, dude.
Yeah.
Get this. So, you know, I really don't engage on Twitter. I'll scroll through it occasionally, every once in a while. But then today I was just like, I don't even know how to get back into it. I don't know what's going on here.
Right.
Like, should I even bother? That's what I tweeted. And then I look into it, and it's like, okay, people are pissed off at Ted Cruz,
Oh yeah.
and
Ron Perlman.
and Jeff Foxworthy apparently.
Oh.
And it's because Jeff Foxworthy just put out a new Netflix special, and people just don't like one joke. I'm going to tell you the joke here, Jack. I played every sport, and it was weird back then. If you wanted a trophy, you had to finish in first place. It's the whole
That's it?
joke.
That's
the
why
whole
people are
joke.
mad?
Yeah. People are mad because it's like, it's dated. It's just an old joke. It's like, dude, what? so, like, let me read you some of these tweet responses. They're pretty great. Jeff Foxworthy is the son of an IBM executive, and his first job was at his dad's office. Okay.
Yep. Thank you for telling us
Thank
that.
you. Then here you go. Wait, what the fuck? Where'd they go? I had them right here. Someone was like, Netflix's prices are increasing, so Jeff Foxworthy can do 15-year-old material. That one was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, again, if it's old material, yeah, slam it, right? If that's the basis. But don't do it because of like participation trophies.
Yeah, that's what it says. God took Bob Saget, left Jeff Foxworthy here. Fuck this timeline. That's rough.
Yeah, that's that reveals something about you.
And then, didn't Jeff Foxworthy host a show that rewarded adults with money for being able to pass elementary school?
That is true. That is true.
Yep. And I was just sort of just looking at that, and I go, yeah, Twitter never changed. Like,
Nope.
they'll
No,
just
no,
find
no.
everything to bitch about.
Yeah.
Even if it is a terrible joke. I mean, like,
I'll tell you, dude. Ron
that's
Perlman,
something that you would say. Yeah, Ron
He's
Perlman.
mad.
Ron Perlman hates Ted Cruz.
You agree? He's the B-list action version of Will Ferrell.
I mean, yeah, it's
I-
way older.
If you
Will
exactly
Ferrell's the A-list comedy version of Ron
a
Perlman.
much younger Ron Perlman, exactly. But if you like get a close up version of Ron Perlman's face, you'd be like, that could be Will Ferrell's dad.
Yeah.
Like that definitely could be Will Ferrell's dad.
Yeah. Here, turn
Ah,
up
he
the,
should
turn up the Bluetooth.
He should play his dad in something.
Let's just hear what Ron Perlman has to say. I love it. Because I showed it to my dad. My dad laughed so hard. Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
Oh no.
No, that's the,
Oh,
that's the other one. That's the blue one. That's the one.
Tom Cotton. That can't really be your name, can it?
Wait, that's not it. He just does that, dude. He's kind of like OJ, where he'll film the same fucking angle in the same fucking location.
I know. How Tim.
There it is.
Hi, Ted. Ron here. Listen, I know how tempting it is to appeal to the real lowest form of humanity here in the United States, the bottom feeders.
He's just got
people
running
who pride
water in the
themselves
background.
on hatred and uneducation and inability to read.
That's
and
what
inability to
Tinnitus sounds like
understand.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like really loud room tone.
Patriotism
Yeah, sure.
A little bit.
bullshit you're selling. I know how
What'd Ted
tempting
Cruz
it is
do?
to play to those people because at least you have a base. But Jesus Christ, Ted, for somebody with a really, really small dick, you get to be a bigger prick every fucking day. Go fuck yourself.
He's a huge fan of Ted Cruz, dude. So what Ted Cruz did was for the swearing of this new Supreme Court justice lady, or just whatever they do, that stupid questioning thing, and that they did with Brett Kavanaugh, where he was like about to shit and cry his pants. You know, cry his pants.
Yes.
Yeah. But Ted Cruz comes out there and he's like talking to her about the critical race theory and everything. And he's just like, do you think that babies are born racist? I don't want people to feel like they're racist and all this shit. And it's like trying to get out on her for the dumbest shit possible. And that's what Ron Perlman's talking about, because he's like, those are the people that vote for you.
Right,
Like, that's
right,
why
right.
you're doing this.
Yeah.
You're just being a shithead because you're like, 2024 is coming up fast, and I don't think I'm going to survive with all these goddamn Californians moving to Texas. But he's just asking like the most like dumbass questions
Right,
and all
right.
that. And you're just like, everyone does it though. It's nothing special. But I just think it's hilarious that Ted Cruz just never stops being that great. You know?
Yep.
He's just a real charmer, that guy.
I think you'd get along with him.
Oh yeah.
I think you'd pat his back. You'd be like, hey, man, what's up, Ted?
It's still my favorite
Want to go on a
meme.
cruise?
Still my favorite meme about him, where it's like Ted Cruz, his like smile, it's like somebody who's saying, I like lasagna, but it's not what I ordered.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
That's
it.
exactly it. It's just one of those things where I don't give a fuck about politics at all. Here's my thing too, and I don't know, I don't think I talked about this, about the guy at the bar who was like screaming about the goddamn Democrats in my fucking state. Did I tell you about him? So he's wearing this fucking olive green shirt with FJB, obviously saying for fuck Joe Biden. And, you know, the backwards American flag, like he's in the military or some shit. And then I just overhear him at the table with all his really stupid buddies. Like, one of the guys was just like, hey, I think he's done it several times at coming in. And, like, the waitresses have told me that he's like, yeah, your beer is, like, really flat here. And, I mean, I work at a bar, so I know you should got to, like, change the air. It's like, okay, because all those bubbles are in there, right? You know, it's so flat, dude. He's just an idiot. So he's over there with his idiot buddy, and his idiot buddy's just like, these goddamn Democrats in my fucking state just need to get the fuck out of here, man. And I just like, because the bartender passes by and shows, oh, I didn't know it was his state. My bad. I'm like, yes, it's Mr. Colorado, heir to the Colorado fortune. We have to heed all of his will, you know, the entire time he's here.
Next time he does that, you should just hit him with a wet towel.
Wouldn't it be funny?
Just give him a whole, not like a hard like whack or a
Like
whip.
like not even like wind it up or
No,
anything, just like
just kinda
flat, soggy,
slap,
just
flap it on him.
yeah. The fuck?
Throw it at him from a distance.
But the the thing that was just so funny about it is just I think it's great when you see somebody, because there's another guy who wears, and he's done it several times coming into the bar. He's got like a twisted up mustache, you know, very, very moosed up mustache. But he wears a hat and matching shirt that say hashtag FJB on it. And I'm just like, okay, dude. I think it's so fucking dorky to wear your politics on your clothes.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah. Or, yeah, there was this one guy when I was going to Discount Tire to get a new tire. You got just peeling in this fat ass truck into the exact parking space I was going to. Park. And then in NASCAR font, in like the biggest sticker on his back window, let's go, Brandon. Right, dude? And I'm just like, dork. You're a fucking dork. Every single person who's that supercharged and invested in this fucking dog and pony show we call politics, because none of it is that they're invested in, regardless of the side you're on, is true. Yeah. So they're just believing in the fiction. They're nerds. They're like, that is a cosplayer wearing FJB shit. That is somebody with the goddamn Star Wars logo, like the Rebel logo, on the back of his truck in the biggest, most obnoxious way possible. They're fucking nerds, dude, on the grandest scale. And I find it just hilarious, because I have like no less than a dozen Venom t-shirts, and I find those way less dorky than those butt fucks, you know? Like, it is just so dorky, because you're believing this fiction, but you're like, you believe it's real. Yeah. That's the thing. Because either side doesn't fucking matter. It's all the rich people running this country. It's a fucking oligarchy. So they just pay these people to keep up the bullshit. Right. You know, it's all theater. It's theatrical. And I don't give a shit anymore, you know? But at least Venom Let There Be Carnage is way fucking cooler to invest an hour and a half of my time in than Fox News or CNN or anything that goes on C-SPAN or on the fucking floor, whatever the dumb shit Ted Cruz is doing. It's just fucking silly. It's so silly to me. Yeah. And you're just a nerd. You're a fucking nerd if you're wearing that shit and going, let's go, Brandon. And I'll just run around going, we are Venom. Just like, it's like, oh yeah, no, like, dude, this is the way. Avengers Assemble. Excelsior.
Do it. Do it to
dude,
people.
Just start doing it. It's like, dude, fuck yeah, Excelsior.
Yeah, like you hear somebody, like, these goddamn Democrats just go over and do like, dude, we gotta get the Avengers. You know what I mean?
Because it's happened at karaoke the past 3 weeks, or somebody, and it's all different people, will end their song with Let's Go, Brandon. I should just go, we are Venom, dude!
Please.
Live long and prosper, bro!
Please, dude. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We are men of the people at the bar. Like, what?
You have my bow, dude. Just Lord of the Rings quotes. Hordes of Haradrim from the south, bro. Just iconic lines. No, I am your father. Just keep doing that.
Do it.
Well, let's go, Brandon, like a bantha.
What?
What?
The fuck did you just say?
I'm just saying random nerd nonsense like you, dude.
I'm not a nerd.
Dude, you're the biggest nerd because you think your shit's real. Same with religious nuts, but they're less wearing Jesus shirts and stuff. They're out there.
True.
But they're not just like confidently wearing it to the bar, because they're the ones who are just like, bars are the place of sin.
They've got little metal fish on the back of their car.
Yeah. You know, I'm cool with Jesus pieces. Go for it. Jesus pieces are cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
A Jesus tat, I don't care.
Yeah.
But actually, I find it less dorky. For some reason, I find it less dorky than people who are invested in the politics. Yeah. It's fucking hilarious. It's just hilarious.
Because the politics, I mean, like the religion, at least like you feel like, you know, you're doing something.
It's a positive thing rather than just being like, those fucking assholes.
Yeah, but like with politics, like to worry about it every day, there's no way that your life has any sort of impact on that. If anything, their actions will have an impact on your life.
Yeah. But
yeah, to be like, oh yeah, you know, it's like this is what I think about all day, every day. It's like, why? You work in an office, right? You stay at home. Like why? Do something else. Don't think about anything.
Exactly.
You'll be happier.
Oh yeah. No, I think I'm gonna start doing that. Just like if somebody like in conversation even is just like, you know, let's go, Brandon. Am I right? I'm like, dude, Avengers Assemble.
Dude, we are Venom.
Dude, we are Venom. Hell, we're Groot. Yeah.
Hell, we are
Let's go, Brandon. I am Groot, dude. What? I don't know. Just random nerd shit, like you just said. Where we go one, we go all. Oh, man. I mean, with great power comes great responsibility.
Sammy B starting the culture wars. I love it. I love it. The nerds
It's
versus
just nerds, dude. It's hilarious. It's funny that we live in a culture now where nerds can think other people are bigger nerds, just being like, Jesus Christ.
They always
Yeah,
have
Trump
been.
rallies or Comic Con for QAnon.
Yep.
QAnon Comic Con.
QAnon Comic Con.
QAcon.
QCon. Come see Q. Oh, he didn't make it again. Oops.
Okay.
He's not real. Yeah, he is.
You gotta watch the Reno 911 hunt for QAnon on
Christ.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus, shout out.
Paramount Plus.
Love it.
Paramount Plus. But yeah, no, I just find that's my rant. That's what my soapbox about
Sammy's
people
soapbox.
who are politically invested like that. Just like
Let's go.
find a cooler hobby. But then again, I think there are a lot of hobbies out there that I find really dorky. Guns, they all do the same thing. Kind of same with cars, a little bit less with cars. I like cars more. But guns, just to be like, okay, I mean, they do the same thing. They just look different. But cars, and the thing too with cars and guns, dude, they both are the same thing where it's like the brand name and then just letters and numbers.
True.
So people will just be like, oh yeah, dude, an RX-50. I'm like, is that an automatic? And they're like, yeah, it is. It's like, how many rounds per minute? No, how many RPMs? Dude, that's a bit. I'm going to write that down. How many RPMs? Oh, like 1,000. Wow, that's pretty. Ugh. I mean, I don't know what those numbers mean. So it really fires on all cylinders, right? Yeah, I can just have the same conversation with these people with just that vague language.
Yeah.
How many is it firing on all cylinders? No doubt. Definitely.
A lot of anecdotes shared between guns and cars.
What's the capacity?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's an 18-gallon. Oh, you're talking about a car. Okay. Cool. Dope.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But, I just had to be sure.
It's just all the same. It's all the same to me. They do the same things. Cars are cool there. Cars go vroom vroom. Jack, do you vroom vroom?
No. You should get paid to do that.
Dude, I am Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow.
Yeah, you're Owen Wilson.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I hate how my mouse turns off. I gotta go. Just seemed like a natural resting point.
Yeah, no, that's good.
You
I
know?
like that.
Play the Zen.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you for tuning in for an all-new episode of DMT Don't Miss This podcast. Of course, every Thursday, every Monday, DMT Reviews. We're doing Halloween Kills this upcoming episode. Jack, what are you doing?
Right.
Why are you doing this?
Doing the thing.
Why are you doing this in the show now?
Just, to
To see if the people on YouTube stick around to see your stupid-ass antics?
Sure.
Cool.
Why not?
I think because we're back up on the YouTube. DMT
And then the
Studios.
people that are listening will never
DMT
know.
Studios.
They'll never know.
No doubt. Like, rate, subscribe. Go check out DMT Reviews, like I just said. DMT Table Reads. Unexplainable Episode 1 out right now. The Color Plaid Comedy across all the platforms.
Every week.
And we're putting out the sketches. And we're acting. We're acting our butts off.
That's right.
We're directing our butts off.
Sammy B's got a big one coming out.
It's my first starring role, really.
You killed it.
I think it really is,
Fantastic.
actually.
Yeah.
I have not really been the main character of any sketches.
You took it and ran, my friend.
You know?
I was impressed.
I'm glad you liked it. And literally the only thing that I had was that J cut.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why does it look awkward?
Right,
Maybe it's
yeah.
got to be a J cut.
I tried to
Jack
back
E
and
with a
forth,
J
but
cut.
Easy money.
J cut.
Gotta take care of.
It's all great. And I got to end my sketch, which you were star of.
That's true.
But yeah, that's the Color Plaid Comedy. And then, of course, Best Worst Cantina, where you can find our current merchandise, DMT stuff, DMT hats, DMT shirts. The Dad's Album. Double disc
all that
CD
good
for the
stuff.
road trips. It's all the great stuff. And take it sleazy, name it cheesy.
Love you guys.